next read you just a very, very short thing, because I know my first thing was a long thing, so I'm going to balance it with a super short thing. When I first submitted this manuscript to Jacob in New York and asked him to do the foreword, he said, well, the poetry's pretty good in here, but you got a book about the 90s, and you have nothing about the 90s in a book about the 90s, so you need some things about the 90s in here. And so I sat down, and as Dina had referred to earlier, and as some of you had contributed to, what really defined, especially Gen Xers in the 80s and even more so in the 90s, was pop culture. And so throughout this book, I have these 4 lists: nightclubs I partied at, movies I saw, television shows I watched, and the concerts that I attended. And there's a list of each one of these things, and then there's like a very tiny little introduction. And all I'm going to do is just read you the tiny introduction. I'm not going to read you the list of the shows, because we already talked about all of them today. And I kind of went back and forth as to which one to read to you, but I will tell you something, this is a little bittersweet, and this is actually where I might get a little emotional right now, is I wrote this literally 2 months before we lost a really, really great actor. And you never really know why a certain actor or a certain character in television just connects with you in a certain visceral way. And sometimes it's best not to even question it, just let the mystery be. And James Gandolfini, this is for you. My 9 favorite television shows: Seinfeld to Sex to Sopranos. While compiling this list, I realized something. I didn't have much time to watch television during the 90s. In fact, some of the shows listed, while launched during this decade, I ended up getting to know full well a decade later. In the early to mid-90s, my commute covered about 60 daily miles, and once all the obligatory responsibilities were taken care of, escapism meant going somewhere to enjoy something. Whether movie theaters or dance clubs, concerts or road trips, being present in the moment during these leisure activities, coupled with working full-time and going to college full-time, resulted in almost no empty evenings. I recall 1 month in either 1993 or 1994 where I looked at my schedule and realized that within 25 calendar days, I only had 1 day where I wasn't expected to be somewhere. Of whatever TV shows I did watch, and most were after I graduated from DePaul, the common theme was singles in New York. Family sitcoms had all but eroded in favor of parentless 20 and 30-somethings exploring city life with their friends as their support system. But as the decade approached the new millennium, the family was back. But not just any family. Oh no, The Sopranos forever changed or reinforced our perspective of how people in a certain illegal ethnic profession led their lives. It was also the only time in television history to date where the man genuinely and constantly struggled between work and life balance. Tony Soprano, we love to hate you, and we miss you, now more than ever.